Hello, I'm Kent Manahan. Welcome to NJN's Decision 2008 Republican U.S. Senate primary debate. For the next hour, we'll be hearing from the three candidates running in the Republican U.S. Senate primary on June 3rd. They are Ramapo College professor Murray Sabrin, State Senator Joseph Panaccio, and former Congressman Dick Zimmer. For the next hour, these three candidates will be asked questions by a panel of reporters, including NJN News senior political correspondent Michael Aaron, Cynthia Burton of the Philadelphia Inquirer, and Bob Engel of Gwinnett, New Jersey. Before we get to the questions, we're going to begin with opening statements from each of the candidates. The order has been predetermined, and we begin with Mr. Sabrin.
Thank you, Ken. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Murray Sabrin, and I'm seeking the Republican nomination for the United States Senate, and I need your support on June 3rd. I have spent my entire life defending liberty. I have spent my entire adult life working for the people of New Jersey. Here we are today, and I ask you this one question: who is the best qualified to be the next United States Senator from New Jersey? Tonight, you will be able to compare my record of accomplishment as a conservative leader for 3 decades against the record of my opponents. Tonight, I will not pander to you with platitudes about the bridge to nowhere, nor will I offer you slogans based upon what Ronald Reagan has said in the past. Instead, you will hear from me as an expert on economics, finance, about what needs to be done in America, cutting government down to size, cutting taxes, and getting rid of the inflation that is hurting American families. So ask yourself tonight, who can better lead the Republican Party in this November? And I think it's me.
Mr. Zimmer, you have the next statement.
I love this state. New Jerseyans are tough, they're optimistic, and they can thrive regardless of the circumstances. But New Jerseyans are having a difficult time right now making ends meet. And unfortunately, we have a senator in Washington who's an ineffective advocate for the state of New Jersey. Frank Lautenberg is a proponent of the discredited politics of the pork barrel, the politics of the past. We need a change. The National Taxpayers Union ranked me the most fiscally conservative member of the entire Congress 3 times. And Citizens Against Government Waste named me a taxpayer hero every single year. As your senator, I'll fight to make sure you keep your dollars in your own pocket so that we can make New Jersey more affordable and a better place to live for New Jersey families.
Mr. Panaccio, your opening remarks.
Thank you, Kent. Hi. I'm State Senator Joe Panaccio, and I want to be your next United States Senator. For months, I've been running a campaign offering a promise and vision based on a principled message, a message of low taxes, less government, peace and security through strength, and the encouragement and protection of individual and economic freedoms. That message is resonating. Part of the reason that message is resonating is because I'm an average Joe, a Jersey Joe. Dick Zimmer calls himself a taxpayer hero, a super taxpayer hero. Yet when you match our records together, Dick Zimmer voted to raise the state sales tax. I voted no. So I guess that makes me a super duper duper tax hero. Dick Zimmer is a good hero when it comes to taxes for himself. He managed to find a loophole in the tax laws that allows him to pay only $169 on 23 acres of his estate. That's just not fair. The reason people are fleeing New Jersey is because they're being choked by high property taxes. It's just not fair.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much. And we are now going to turn to our panel of reporters for their questions. The format: the candidate who is asked a question will have 1 minute to answer. His 2 opponents will each be given 30 seconds to respond. The candidate to whom the question was originally posed will then be given a 30-second rebuttal. The reporter who asked the question will have the option for a follow-up question to any of the 3 candidates. That candidate would then have 30 seconds to respond. We begin with Michael Aaron, who has the first question, and it goes to Mr. Sabrin. Michael?
Thank you, Ken. Mr. Sabrin, according to some of the commentary out there, the Republican brand is hurting. Democrats have recently won 3 special elections for House seats that are traditionally Republican. If you could change current policy in one area that would improve the Republican brand, what would it be?
Thank you, Michael. I am Maverick Murray. I don't take the party line. I will always put country above party, and that's what's been missing in American politics for many, many decades. We are too intense of making sure that our side wins instead of following the Constitution. If we follow the Constitution, we would not be in the mess we're in today. $3 trillion budget, $500 billion deficit forecast for next year, $10 trillion national debt, and a $72 trillion unfunded liability. That means our kids and grandkids will be working 8 months of the year to pay all their taxes. We need to change direction in America. 81% of the American people want to change in direction. 75% of New Jerseyans want us out of the Iraq War. We have great challenges, and I can tell you, I will be that leader in the United States Senate to cut taxes, cut spending, restore the soundness of our dollar, and make sure our troops come home with honor as soon as possible.
Your rebuttal, Senator Panaccio.
Well, just echo, not a rebuttal. The problem with the Republicans is they lost their brand because they didn't know how to stop spending. Once they joined the Democrats in Congress, they became just like the Democrats, and they saw that it was just another opportunity to spend. We have to stop spending. You can't start with earmarks. You can stop building bridges to nowhere that cost $250 million. You don't have to have a $300 billion farm subsidy bill that subsidizes corn, which is outrageously priced now, wheat, which is tripled, and that subsidizes tobacco, which is unhealthy for you.
Mr. Zimmer, your response.
Well, I think that the Republican Party lost its way on the issue of fiscal responsibility. The Republican Party got caught up once it became the majority in the idea that you could buy votes by proposing pork barrel projects in your home district, which was the old Democratic formula. I opposed that when the Republicans were in the minority. I opposed it when the Republicans were in the majority. And I think that we've got to have Republicans who hold the party to its own standards. There are a few junior Republicans in the Senate who are doing that, and I would join them.
Mr. Sabrin, your rebuttal, please.
Not the earmarks. Earmarks are less than $1 out of the $100 that the federal government pays. The problem is the total size of the federal budget, $3.1 trillion. We have $92 billion for agriculture, $9 billion for commerce. We have an energy department, an education department, things that are not authorized by the Constitution. We need to go back to where we started, following the Constitution. If we do that, the government will be downsized, people will have more money in their pockets, and we will have a stronger economy.